Welcome back. It's Tuesday night. He's Justin Saldoni. I'm Justin Ogden. What is up, my man?
Dude, it's Taco Ball Tuesday. The NBA season is over.
Tuesday.
And if you thought the drama was done, it's only just beginning.
Yes,
Here comes the off season, baby.
Oh, yeah. Things are about to heat up.
Already have a blockbuster trade that went down today. And we have the epic failure of Team USA losing to France. But other than that,
right out of the gate, you're not giving any respect, Justin.
KD's lucky he didn't get to the finals and have to face Rudy Gobert.
Well, his team's sang him happy birthday a little bit earlier, so I think he's doing okay. And
sure, he seems real happy to be there.
Yeah, he's thrilled to be there.
But we're here to wrap up Bucks in 6, baby. Just like I called it last week. We sat here. I told you, your brothers, everybody that wanted to listen, which was not very many people, that it was going to be Suns lead at halftime. Yep. We're going to get our comeback, free tacos, Bucks in 6.
That's right.
Here we are.
You see the future, so I can't wait to hear what you see in the future with free agency and everything there. But before we celebrate the greatness of the Bucks and the international champions, universal champions, we need to recognize the real win, the comeback win that gave all of America these wonderful tacos.
Tasty, baby.
Oh my gosh. And
flaming hot Doritos Locos Taco are back, along with the nacho fries.
That's right. Taco Bell's bringing some good stuff back. But I gotta say, man, it was as much as I enjoyed seeing the Bucks win, I enjoyed those tacos. So good. And we got what we wanted.
I thought you were gonna say, as much as I was excited to see the Bucks win, I was just as happy to see the Suns lose, and I thought perhaps you had somehow enjoyed watching the Suns defeat, but perhaps you mourn for Chris Paul and Jay Crowder.
I don't know how much I mourn for Chris Paul, but I am a little disappointed that we didn't get a 7-game series, and that the Suns didn't put up more of a fight. But
I don't know if I'm disappointed that it didn't go 7, not because the outcome that I thought was going to happen, but because it was so incredibly entertaining, and the way that it ended in Milwaukee with him going for 50, just like, it was cool to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, if he'd have hit 17 of 19 free throws in Phoenix's face, that would have been awesome too. But
yeah, I mean, the series could have been over much sooner if he had shot as well as he did in that game 6. But no, I see what you're saying. I think it was, I'm glad that the narrative has not been to me, this is less about the Suns falling short, and it's more about how Giannis, Drew Holiday, and honestly Chris Middleton just ascended to another level to play probably the best, the most complete basketball of their playoffs run. So overall happy to see how it ended. What jumped out from you from game 6? Anything else you'd highlight from that game?
Well, I mean, what else is there much to say? I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo, there's it. That's it. That's what you got. I mean, I feel like I could have been the head coach of the Bucks, but Budenholzer's locked in for a long time now. I mean, maybe not. Yeah, he shouldn't be, but the Monty Williams going over after the game into their locker room and talking to them was really cool to see. There was just a lot of cool stuff. Giannis taking it all in, trashing super teams, sticking it out. I've got just two comparisons coming out of this for Giannis.
Okay.
Reminded me a lot of Dirk, who stuck around in Dallas, stayed there his whole career and won that chip. Obviously, Giannis a lot younger, doing it sooner, but saying that he wanted to stay there. And just like what a difficult path he had. I mean, he took out the Heat, who embarrassed them last year. They took out KD and the super team up in Brooklyn. They took out an up and coming rising team in the East in the Hawks, and took out a team that's seemed pretty formidable, who won the first two games, won 4 straight to do it. So a pretty challenging road. So to just like go through the way that he did. And then the other thing is a lot of people still want to criticize him. Well, he struggles from the free throw line. I mean, one game's more of an outlier, but he shut them up at least for game 6. And then, Giannis, he's not a jump. He needs to get in the gym and work on a jump shot. He needs to like learn how to be a shooter. Okay, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm old enough to remember. Maybe I'm not, but I don't remember anybody ever saying Shaq needs to learn how to shoot from the field. Shaq needs to work on his jumper in his mid-range game. Like, Giannis needs to work on his Shaq game. If he unlocked what I think he unlocked, and he just like from here on out is just going to be bully ball and just like drive you down, that there aren't people that are going to match up with him, that are going to be able to stop him. Him versus Embiid in a 7-game series, I would still like to see. Him versus Anthony Davis in a 7-game series, I'd like to see. But you have to say Giannis still has the advantage in, I would say, every matchup that's out there. One-on-one. I don't see anybody guarding him. You can build the wall and whatnot, but he proved he can break it down, and the Bucks proved they have enough guys to make you stay honest enough. If the Duchess of Milwaukee continues to play like he played, he doesn't even have to necessarily improve. I remember we talked early on where the first time that Kobe and Shaq won with the Lakers, Middleton and Giannis's numbers mirror that first championship run for the playoffs. I don't think we're going to see Middleton at this stage of his career start to ascend like Kobe Bryant, but I think Giannis is young enough and in shape enough to continue to dominate the way he dominates for a long period of time. And Chris Middleton can just stay at the level he's currently at. I think they have some more championship sight. So I would say, I was reminded of Dirk, and I was reminded of Shaquille O'Neal. Giannis's doubters, critics, haters, whatever. He don't need to work on a jump shot. He don't even need to work on his free throws. He just needs to be aggressive.
How to win.
Get people in foul trouble and just push people out the way.
Yeah.
He's dominant enough to do it. So
two things that I wanted to respond to you said there. Number one, I like what you were saying about the criticism with his, he needs to shoot like better jump shot, needs to be able to shoot threes. I feel like that criticism is just, it's a sign of our times that everyone wants the big man to be able to have that soft touch. And I like that he played bully ball. We were saying that the whole time, like we want to see the Bucks kind of shift into that gear, feed him down low and just have him punish opposing. Like we were so high on DeAndre Ayton that he was our triple BP, and he was still playing good, but he was pretty quiet because the Bucks just punched him in the face. Like they were able to take the ball right at him. So Giannis is doing what he needs to. He's getting the job done. He brought the W back. The numbers that he put up were absolutely incredible. Probably one of the top 10 finals performances ever in my book. And the second thing I was going to say as well was I like that you were talking about Chris Middleton, because to me it was really special to hear him, Giannis after the game acknowledge how much of a team effort this was and how much this meant for him and his relationship with Chris, because of how much he learned from Chris and how much, they played 8 years together before they got here. And both those guys chose to stay there and say, we're going to get to the point where we can win a championship. And they did. So I want more of that anti-super team sentiment in the league. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best things that could have happened for the league, for small market franchises, for guys coming in that say, I want to stay here and win here, to see how special that was for them to do that. So as a small market fan and the Cleveland Cavaliers, that's what I want to see. That's gives you hope that they can draft somebody that they'll want to stick around and win there. Will that ever happen in Cleveland? Well, I think I got my once in a lifetime opportunity there. So I won't hold out too much hope, but I like the small market run, and I'm in for that. Question for you about the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
What's more likely? We see them back in the finals, or they pull a Heat and get bounced in round one next year?
Oof. So I don't know how many pieces they're going to lose this offseason, but I'm going to assume that they can still retain their core roster, their core starting roster. I think it's unlikely they end up as high of a seed as they were coming to the playoffs this year. I see them next season. I see them going to. I see them losing in the Western Conference Finals. I'll say that. I see them still having a good run, still continuing to grow. They've still got such a young core. This playoffs run was really good for their experience, but a healthy Lakers squad. There's just so many other teams in the West that at full health.
Jamal Murray comes
healthy
back.
Nuggets squad. That's a dangerous squad right there. So I don't think they're going to be able to run it back to the finals. I think they'll again make a run if they can retain the squad. Love seeing Monty Williams and just his kind of love for the game and love for the squad, and yeah, so would love to see him in the finals. I don't think they're going to get there. One post-game kind of celebration. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see how Giannis celebrated in style his choice of cuisine after the game? Did you see that video?
What a total diss. He could have had all the tacos.
Oh,
but he went for a 50-piece from the Chick-fil-A.
I do have to say that I am really curious now to try half lemonade, half Sprite like that.
I feel like I've heard of this before.
Yeah.
And I've never given it a shot myself, but it's definitely something that I've heard that's been around that people do. So I might have to give it a taste here or there.
Yeah. So we celebrated the finals, Bucks in 6. One last thing that I just wanted to mention before we talk about just action that we'll be tracking the next couple weeks is I have a ton of respect for the guys that maintain true to the U.S. Olympic men's basketball team that were in the finals. I mean, less than 48 hours after they played the best and, play on the biggest stage, they're on a private jet. So we have Chris Middleton, we have Drew Holiday, and we have Devin Booker on the same private jet. They arrive, and I want to say less than 12 hours later, they're part of that USA-France game. And Drew Holiday is the leading scorer.
Yeah,
so
he's their best player.
Oh.
He's picking dudes up 100 feet from the basket.
So number one, I would have loved to have been on that jet and just been part of the conversations. Like, hear those three guys, how much they rub in Devin Booker's face, the fact that they won and he didn't. And number two, just like what is going on with this men's team that Drew Holiday comes off a plane and is their leading scorer?
I don't know, man, dude. Well, that's hilarious. Just like the Drew Holiday factor. I guess I didn't realize that all three of them were on a plane together, but that's just like, dude, if they're sitting there trash talking Booker on a flight all the way over to Tokyo, dude, that would be priceless. That'd be hilarious.
Or maybe they're kicking their feet up, they're enjoying some champagne, and they're just having a good time. Who knows?
I gotta feel they're like asleep. Like, dude, like Devin Booker looked like he was asleep in that game, but I don't know. I don't know where USA men's basketball goes. I don't even know when they play next or if they've played since the France debacle, but
it's going to be a while until they have. I think they play Iran and then another.
Oh, that's a tough one.
With a not so very and I think Czech Republic is who they play after Iran. So let's hold our breath and let's hope, let's pray that they can win these two games and continue out of group stages. But
I gotta carve out some time to catch up on some of this because I do want to watch Luka do a little balling out and see who else is playing in the tourney.
Yeah, Flash.
So,
topic for another day.
Yeah.
What are you watching the rest of this week? What are you following in the NBA, Justin?
I don't know. What do we got? We got NBA draft. Is that this week?
Draft is this week
already. So like this week, is that Thursday?
Thursday or Friday. Yeah, I think
Thursday night. I think is NBA draft, and then probably so everybody can talk about it on TV Friday morning. So they'll probably hold that Thursday night to keep people's attention, and then I feel like the following week is the official opening of free agency. So we already had a big trade. Went down today. You can say big trade. People were talking about it as a big trade, but it was Valanciunas is going to the New Orleans Pelicans for Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe and a couple pick swaps back and forth. But people are like, oh, this is going to make Zion want to stay. Did Zion want to play with Jonas Valanciunas? I mean, Brandon Ingram is possibly out as a free agent, I think. So like,
are these the pieces they needed to get?
I don't know. From Zion's camp, he didn't really want to be there. So I don't know. He hasn't been there that long to already be trying to like demand his way out. I mean, you're on a rookie contract, bro. Like, be healthy, play some ball, maybe go to the playoffs. Yeah, Alonzo Ball, he might be on the move as well. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the draft. My Cavs got the number 3 pick. Obviously, it's going to be game changing, and they're going to just like set the world on fire, no matter who they pick at number 3. But I don't know. There was talks of OKC offering like the 6th pick and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to Detroit for the number 1 pick. But nobody in OKC's camp has confirmed. No, like, there's been no confirmation. That was just like floated out there because everyone's like, Shai is already like established. He's basically going to be an all-star next year. They're saying like he can already ball in the NBA. Cade Williams, for as great as you think he might be, hasn't. I don't know. So we'll see. I have some feeling there's going to be some deals going down prior to the draft or on draft night with some picks, trades, swaps. So I'm looking forward to that. Draft, another night of hope for us small market perennial losers to
get your hopes
glimpse something. Yeah.
Ride the emotional roller coaster of putting the hopes and dreams on the shoulders of one draft pick who's highly unlikely.
One 19-year-old kid who may or may not have played like 6 games of college basketball. So I don't know. So that's what I'm looking forward to, my brother.
All right, man. Well, and we'll hit on Olympic basketball as well, because at this point, who knows how many games this U.S. men's squad is going to win. But I'm
your boy Popovich. Got to throw your boy Popovich under the bus. So just Terrible international coach. You got to learn the rules.
You
Rudy
know,
Gobert, park himself in the paint, baby.
yeah.
They're not calling these FIBA rules. They're not calling all the James Harden dive into the opponent and
No,
get three free throws.
they don't get the foul calls they want. It's more physical. The 3-point line is different. Like it's you're playing full possessions.
The ball is like a junior A ball, so it's small in their hands or something. I don't.
It's a team game, and there's it's your best 5 playing for your country against a team of individuals in the U.S. that they're like, oh, I guess I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
Who are there? Oh, JaVale McGee was on the squad.
McGee.
And who else did they pick up? I think it was a Spurs player that was like their late scratch to the roster. I mean, this is just so entertaining. This is good for the game. I say down with the U.S. They're still going to be fine. They're still going to be playing to win. I think they're still going to be playing in the gold medal match, but I'd love to see another team win it.
I don't think I've seen anything that would suggest they're going to play in the gold medal match, but
they have lots of time to integrate the X factor, Drew Holiday.
Can you imagine if they end up matching up with Luka and he just roasts them?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Luka tour de force. And,
like what Manu did in that Argentina series. And that to me, I'm glad you made that point, Justin, because that is why I love Olympic basketball so much. Is you've got these look what Ricky Rubio is doing. Look at. I saw these Timberwolves fans are like, now it's time to watch Ricky Rubio absolutely torch his competition and then lament how bad he plays for the Wolves. But you have all these players that when they're balling out with their squad, they become Super Saiyan status. They're playing on the greatest stage, and we've got a lot of American players that kind of do the opposite whenever they're playing.
I hope Adam Silver's watching, and I hope Adam Silver maybe takes some notes from FIBA and maybe we change some of the NBA rules. I think they're already going to start to do that, trying to eliminate the dive into my opponent foul call that people are constantly getting. So I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah, we'll see. But great to catch up with you, my man. We'll have more storylines to follow, bring to our viewers next week.
Yes, sir. Follow us.
Taco Ball.
Follow us at Taco Ball Tuesday, Instagram, Twitter. Yo quiero taco ball, baby.
That's right. Get some nacho fries.
Nacho fries are back.